Fulton Junction, Colorado. A peaceful rural town, but not on June 10th, 2008. 51-year-old Miriam Helmick comes home to a nightmare.
Alan! When Miriam came home, she saw her husband in a pool of blood, lying on the floor. She called 911.
There's been a robbery. I think my husband's dead.
Nothing can be done for 62-year-old Alan.
Alan was shot in the back of the head and left to die.
And quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Very good. This is a basic salsa.
Just 3 years earlier, the couple meet on the dance floor.
Ladies, you want to make this a little more feminine? You can exaggerate your hips.
Alan takes up ballroom lessons after the sudden death of his beloved wife. Miriam is the instructor.
Alan's first wife loved to dance. So when he joined the dance studio to take up ballroom dancing classes, it was more in her memory, somewhat, that he did that.
Slow, very good.
That's how he started to get back into life, I guess, and kind of grieve and mourn and move on.
And 1, 2, 3.
Miriam proves to be the perfect instructor in more ways than one.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, you'll get it.
I'm better with real estate.
Oh, what does that mean to you?
I'm a property developer.
Really?
Yeah.
Just follow my body and you'll get it.
She waltzes her way into Alan's heart.
It was somewhat of a whirlwind romance. They started spending a lot of time together, were inseparable, and then were married.
Miriam strikes it lucky. Real estate developer Alan is a multi-millionaire.
I love it here.
Good. So all I want to do is make you happy.
And wants to share his success with his new bride.
He did spoil her. I think he thought, okay, I lost the love of my life, and my gosh, I've been blessed to have found somebody else.
The shrewd businessman throws caution to the wind. He buys Miriam a horse farm and her own dance studio.
Friends thought that he was crazy. They said, "You're gonna lose everything that you own."
You know how to play me, don't you?
And he said, "Well, I'm just gonna do this because it's what my wife wants."
Alan was looking for a soulmate and a companion. Miriam was looking for a payday.
Miriam can tread the boards, but she can't balance the books. Her dance studio and farm are soon financial flops, but she doesn't tell Alan.
He believed it was financially successful at first, but that business was losing money.
To cover her failings, Miriam starts helping herself to her husband's money.
Miriam had been stealing money from Alan by forging his name on checks, about $150,000 worth.
Alan's normally on top of his business affairs.
How'd you go?
Maybe fine.
But just months after getting married, he is constantly sick.
For a good 2-month span, he was not doing well. He was in bed a lot. He often felt dizzy.
Alan's grown-up children are worried by his sudden downturn.
His family and his friends tried to speak to Alan, but He was head over heels for her and really didn't listen.
But Alan doesn't know his wife as well as he thinks. Stealing his money isn't Miriam's only secret. Questions surround the death of her first husband, Jack Giles, 5 years earlier.
Miriam and her first husband, Jack, were laying in bed, and supposedly he killed himself with a gun.
Shooting yourself in the head while your wife is lying next to you is odd enough. But the crime scene raises more suspicions.
He was a left-handed person, yet the gun was in his right hand at the time. It just didn't appear to be a suicide to us, and we do not believe it was.
Miriam's first husband's suicide is quite suspicious to me. It was probably murder. But when she got away with it, it emboldened her.
By early 2008, Miriam controls Alan's money and his life. She isolates him from family and friends.
Miriam always had his phone, would answer the calls, tell the people that Alan was not around or was too busy.
But banks don't like being ignored. When Alan's accounts go into the red, demands for payment start flooding in.
The bank was trying to contact Alan during the time his bank accounts had been depleted.
Miriam realizes her fraud will soon be exposed. She needs a solution fast. Grand Junction, Colorado. In April 2008, Miriam and Alan Helmick go for a drive. She's stolen $150,000 from her husband, but he has no idea.
How are you feeling?
Terrible.
And if she has anything to do with it, he never will.
Miriam had rented a movie, and in that movie was a car scene where the bad guy put a rag in a gas tank and lit it up, and the car exploded.
I'll just be a minute.
As Alan waited in the car, he started to notice a smoke coming out of the back. Flames were coming out of the gas tank. I think he grabbed a Coke, tried to put it out.
Blowing up a car is easy in Hollywood, but not in real life.
Oh my God!
She tried to duplicate fantastic things that she saw on the big screen. That's how Miriam saw life. A movie, and she was a player.
Miriam wants to kill her husband to solve her money problems, and she's not giving up. Just over a month later, on the morning of June 10th, 2008, she strikes again.
You're the one who looks after the books.
But the books don't add up, Miriam.
You leave the stable door open?
What? No.
Alan was in the kitchen, appeared to be looking out a window, would have had his back toward her.
Damn.
She shot him in the back of the head.
Miriam tries to make it look like a robbery gone wrong, then goes shopping for an alibi.
She was seen on video surveillance in several stores.
She ran various errands, very planned, had receipts for the places that she went.
Miriam left several messages on Alan's phone telling him that she loved him, that she couldn't wait to see him.
Hi, Alan. Maybe we should meet for Tony's birthday.
Anyways, call me when you get this. Love you.
Bye.
She told him in a message that she was going to return home because he hadn't shown up yet.
There's been a robbery.
On her return home, Miriam plays the grieving widow.
Miriam really thought, as most psychopaths do, that they're smarter than the police.
But investigators aren't fooled. The crime scene is all wrong.
They noticed right away that nothing had been stolen, and they were immediately suspicious that it was either a staged homicide or a staged suicide.
Miriam comes up with a plan to prove there is a killer on the loose.
Miriam had indicated that she was being stalked and was fearful that the same people that had killed Alan were now attempting to kill her.
Miriam even shows police evidence of a killer.
Inside the card is a handwritten note that said, "Alan was first, you're next, run, run, run."
Oh my God.
It's an unusual card, and police track down where it was bought and when.
Security pulled their surveillance videos and found Miriam coming up to the register with the card, purchasing the card, and they were able to link the receipt for that card on that particular day to that video with the time with Miriam.
Unwittingly, Miriam's just starred in her very own movie. Police plan to roll out the red carpet.
Miriam's purchase of the card, the scene of the crime, the alienation, the missing money, everything began to point in the direction that Miriam was the killer of Alan Helmick.
The game's up. In December 2009, Miriam Helmick is convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life and an additional 108 years for 14 counts of fraud.
Miriam is cold, calculated, heartless. Somebody that took advantage of a very nice man and his family.
Hi.
There is love in Miriam Helmick's dark heart, but it's for money, not men.
She had everything she wanted. The dance studio, her horses. I think she just wanted all of that without Alan around.
To Miriam, men were disposable. She liked their bank accounts, but not them.
A doting mother
You don't love my son? I don't love you.
teaches her lover
He did not know that was happening.
that nothing can sever family ties.
I can't even begin to imagine the horror that he must have felt.
In 2009, 45-year-old Denise Fry is living out her dream, running a cafe that's become the throbbing social hub of Marengo, Iowa.
Hi, Joe. How things?
Good, Denise. Keeping busy?
Always.
She had a lot of friends,
How's the lasagna?
a lot of people that not only worked for her, but just general friends.
It's all thanks to her boyfriend, 33-year-old Curtis Bailey. He bought the cafe to keep his sweetheart happy.
All the better for seeing you.
For people who knew the couple, they thought they were very good together, actually very sweet with one another.
I need help with the dishes.
Curtis and Denise have been lovers for 5 years, but there's one thing muddying the waters. Denise's 19-year-old son, Jacob.
Jacob was a young man who was quite content sitting around watching TV and hanging out with his friends.
Curtis Bailey is probably one of the hardest working people that I ever knew. So I think naturally there was some strain between the two because of their differences.
Did you take any money out of my wallet?
No.
There were hundreds in
That
here.
strain reaches the breaking point when money goes missing.
Jacob, did you take it?
Of course he didn't.
Denise is forced to divide her loyalties.
That money could have fallen out of your pocket.
I don't think so.
Laziness and now lying. It's the last straw for Curtis.
Get your things and go.
He kicks Jacob out of his house and out of their everyday lives.
Curtis was very outspoken that he didn't like Jacob and banned him from not only their home, but from the cafe as well. I think this probably had a profound effect on Denise more than Jacob.
Instead of biding by her boyfriend's wishes, Denise begins a life of deception, sneaking her son into the cafe.
Denise did what she could to kind of work around the fact that those two were never going to get along.
You'll be here soon.
Jacob's still enjoying plenty of attention from his doting mom and from Denise's waitress, 19-year-old Jessica Dayton.
Jessica Dayton was friends with Jacob Hilgendorf, and I guess actually they both described their relationship as friends with benefit.
Denise knows this subterfuge can't last forever.
Go.
The only way to make it stop is to cut one person out of the picture.
Hi. How was your day?
And for Denise, blood is thicker than water.
She was probably angry at him for not accepting her son, so there was a little revenge in there. You don't love my son, I don't love you.
The overworked cafe owner is also hoping for a better payday.
I think Denise liked a lifestyle that she couldn't have. I think she wanted to live a little higher on the hog, so to speak.
As a construction foreman, Curtis is well off. He also has a life insurance policy worth $100,000.
If she could get Curtis out of the way, she could have money, she could spend it the way she wanted, she could have her son back in the house, and she wouldn't have to work so hard.
Denise doesn't want any blood on her hands, so she tries the subtle approach.
Curtis was somebody who was known to enjoy beer and drank a lot of beer. And Denise was somebody who is very well versed in drugs, not only over-the-counter drugs, but prescription drugs. She had access to diabetic medication, insulin, syringes, and she had, on more than one occasion, injected Curtis with insulin when he was intoxicated, trying to get him to die of a reaction to the insulin.
But the plan doesn't work. Instead of slipping away quietly, Curtis wakes in fright.
He did not know that was happening. He thought there was something wrong with his heart.
I need to go to the hospital. My heart's jumping out of my chest.
After those attempts, she decided that she would have to do it another way.
This time, Denise calls in reinforcements and invents a story to help her cause.
She told a lot of stories about how Curtis was abusive, controlling.
I have to get rid of it.
She convinces her son Jacob and his girlfriend Jessica that Curtis Bailey is a sadistic monster.
He's hurting you. He has to pay.
Jacob would have his mom back to himself again, and he wouldn't have these restrictions of when he could see her. So Jacob's life in his mind would have been improved by Curtis going away.
I'm in. I think Jessica got involved just solely because of Jacob. Either she was in love with him or thought she was in love with him.
The cafe queen even adds a little icing to the cake.
Denise Fry ends up offering $5,000 to both Jacob and Jessica to help murder Curtis.
It's nice.
All that's left is to invite Curtis to his own demise. And it must be something too good to resist.
Are you serious?
Curtis had no idea what was going to happen.
Oh, I love
A warm summer's night in Marengo, Iowa, 2009. Live-in lovers Denise Fry and Curtis Bailey are sharing more than just cuddles. They're sharing a secret.
Are you serious?
Denise has made her boyfriend a tantalizing offer.
Curtis had no idea what was going to happen. In fact, when he went to work that day, he was happy.
Curtis is bursting to tell someone the news.
Kurt wasn't supposed to tell anybody. He wasn't able to keep it in, so he told his boss what was supposed to happen.
I'm not meant to tell.
It was a menage a trois between Denise and a girl named Jessica.
Denise has organized a three-way.
What Curtis doesn't know is that Denise is luring her lover to his death, using her son's 19-year-old girlfriend, Jessica, as bait.
It wasn't enough for Denise to kill someone that she hated. She had to involve her son and an innocent girl.
Curtis was familiar with Jessica and was very excited, apparently, to be able to have this little party with the two.
Remember the rules.
The women have strict rules for their sexy game.
If they did something of sexual nature, Kurt was to do a shot of hard liquor.
They want him to drink himself into a stupor.
Once the party started between Denise and Jessica, he did get quite intoxicated, had taken quite a few shots.
Just when things start to heat up, Curtis passes out, all according to plan.
Once Curtis passes out, Jessica texts Jacob to come over.
Denise was definitely the main player, the mastermind. Jacob and Jessica's role was to assist.
Denise wants the death to look like natural causes.
Denise came up with the idea that she could wrap his face in plastic wrap and smother him and kill him without leaving any marks.
That wouldn't be obvious that somebody was actually involved in a homicide, but it looked like it was a natural death.
Everything goes smoothly until Curtis comes to.
When Curtis wakes up and sees that his wife is basically standing over him along with her son and her son's friend, I can't even begin to imagine the horror that he must have felt at what in the world is going on here. Curtis was gasping for air and started to fight back.
The trio starts clutching at straws.
They just started to grab anything within reach and started to beat Curtis with it.
An ashtray, a candy dish, anything that was around in the house that they could use. It didn't seem to be working at first, so I guess they kept hitting him over and over again.
They knew they wanted to kill him, they just didn't know how to do it. Basically, what it turned into was a Keystone Cops murder.
With 3 people attacking him and the number of blows to his head, it was over fairly quickly.
With up to 30 blows to his head, Curtis Bailey is dead. His killers now have a problem.
We've got a very bloody, beaten body. There's no way she can call 911 and say her husband just had a heart attack. That's just not going to work anymore. There was an attempt by the 3 to clean up the house, but there was just no way that was going to happen.
It's not working. Okay, we put everything in the bag.
So eventually, Denise gets Jacob and Jessica to leave the house.
Denise concocts an alibi, then calls the police.
My boyfriend's been murdered.
A story that Mexican drug dealers had come into the house and got into a fight with Curtis, and it ended up in Curtis being beaten to death.
I heard noises. Oh, God.
But detectives discover the blood is already congealed. Curtis was dead long before Denise says he was murdered.
The police didn't believe it. I don't believe at all. They knew that something else had happened, and I think especially because there was so much blood and blood was all over her.
Denise and the 2 teenagers are questioned. Then police search Jacob's car and find bags of bloody rags and blood-stained clothes. The matriarch still pleads innocent until her son decides to take the rap.
Denise started to get worried that Jacob was confessing to it, so she started to confess to the crime, saying that she had to kill Curtis because he was so mean to her, and that it really isn't the fault of Jacob or Jessica because they were only there to help her.
The juries don't believe her. In January 2011, Jessica Dayton and Jacob Hilgendorf are both convicted of first-degree murder. Denise Fry is also convicted of murder. All 3 are sentenced to life with no chance of parole.
Blood really is thicker than water, and this murder proves it.
Denise Fry destroyed her devoted lover so she could reunite with her son. Instead, they will spend their lives apart.
Basically, not only did she end the life of her victim, but really ended the life of the 2 teenagers. They will die in prison. Their lives lasted 18, 19 years, and that's it. They're done.
They're all serving life sentences because Denise is a selfish woman.
The tiny township of Orion, Michigan, 1999.
Nicole, would you like to say grace?
Businessman George Fulton has the ideal life.
George Fulton was a military guy. Beautiful family. Gorgeous wife.
O Lord, and these thy gifts which we are about
George,
to receive from thy bounty.
his 48-year-old wife Gail, and their children are a gentle, God-fearing family.
Amen. That was beautiful, honey.
Gail was a very sweet woman. She was very religious, very family-orientated. Nobody could say a bad thing about her.
The Fultons were a Catholic family. Gail was someone who said a rosary every day.
Listen, I'm having dinner with a family right now. I can't talk.
And seemingly, George was just as dedicated to his religion as his wife.
A devout Catholic in every way.
I've got to go back to Florida.
But one. George is mixing business with pleasure. He has a lover in Florida. 46-year-old businesswoman, Donna Trapani.
He started off as an employee trying to help her organize her business and her finances, and they developed a relationship, and as a result of that relationship, had an affair.
When a married person has an affair, they're taking a risk. They may not realize it at the time. It's all fun and games. But then it can get real serious.
Donna wants to be more than just a part-time lover.
I don't want you to go.
Very selfish. She would do whatever she needed to do to take care of her and her wants and her needs.
What she wants is to have George to herself.
He wasn't going to leave his wife ever. Because why? Catholics don't do that. They don't leave their wives.
Donna doesn't give up easily. She constantly calls George's home. And his wife, Gail, soon discovers the affair.
Who's Donna?
I've been seeing someone.
Don't touch me!
Gail was heartbroken when she learned about the affair.
I'll tell her it's over.
She didn't want her marriage to crumble. She believed in marriage and the religious aspects of marriage.
Donna's plan has backfired. George and Gail decide to reconcile. Before long, Donna has more tragic news.
Hi, George.
Donna asked one of her coworkers to call George and tell him that she's pregnant and has terminal cancer.
Donna is in a very bad way.
And guess who the father of that child is? George.
She's hoping the new baby and her ailing health will lure her lover back.
She figured she can convince him to stay with him and that she'd be able to, live with him, marry him, continue their relationship, and that he would leave his wife and family for her.
Instead,
Come in.
George tries to repent his sins
Hi, George.
by bringing the loved ones in his life together.
Donna, this is my wife, Gail.
Usually the last thing a man having an affair wants is for his lover to meet his wife.
Hello.
Those two women should never meet.
He and his wife, Gail, offer to take the dying Donna under their wing.
George thinks, I got to do the right thing here. I got to take care of my baby. When she dies, I'll take the baby, and maybe me and Gail can raise the baby.
I've got a map here, and pretty much shows where everything is. This is where we live.
George asks Donna to move to Michigan so they can support her in her last days of life.
I'll take you there tomorrow.
He gives her a big map and circles places on the map where she can live, which would be apartment complexes near him where actually they can support the baby.
But Donna doesn't want cozy Christian charity.
I'll take you down there tomorrow.
She plans to be George's one and only.
Donna would stop at nothing to get Gail out of the picture, no matter how ridiculous her idea was. Hell hath no fury like that of a woman scorned.
1999, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Donna Trapani is desperate to win back her married lover, George Fulton.
Promise me you won't sleep with her.
Donna manipulated George into believing that she was actually pregnant and had terminal cancer, and he believed her.
Come in.
But this new daddy is being duped.
Hi, George.
She wasn't pregnant. She didn't have terminal cancer. It was a complete lie. It was all false.
Donna, this is my wife, Gail.
When a woman pretends to be pregnant just to manipulate a guy to stay with her, that's pretty despicable behavior. A woman that would do that would do almost anything.
Donna's deception doesn't work. George stays with his wife of 25 years, Gail.
Donna started to get angry, and she finally realized that the only way that she can have George Fulton is to get rid of Gail, his wife.
She's gonna do anything she can now to get her man. Including what? Murder.
The wily businesswoman maps out her strategy.
Sybil, yes?
She knows loyal employee Sybil Paget will do anything she asks.
She found out Sybil was using drugs. She didn't fire her, so she was controlling Sybil, holding things over her head because one day she'd knew she'd need her.
Sybil,
Donna calls in her favors.
do you know anyone that can take care of Gail?
She asked Sybil, does she know anybody who can take care of George's wife?
Yes.
With the promise of $20,000, Sybil recruits a killing party. 32-year-old Kevin Ouellette and Sybil's devoted boyfriend, Patrick Alexander.
Patrick Alexander's a 19-year-old man. He meets Sybil Paget and falls in love. He becomes her little puppy dog. Whatever she wants him to do, he does. He's just madly in love with Sybil.
This is where she lives. This is where she works.
While Patrick's doing it for love,
We'll do it in the library.
their trigger man has other motives.
He would do pretty much anything for money.
Kevin had been known as someone to rough up people for a couple of $100 here, a couple of $100 there. Like a bookie's leg breaker type of guy.
I'll need a gun.
Okay.
But this is thousands of dollars. Kevin says, huh, what do I gotta do? All you gotta do is shoot this lady.
Donna Trapani sends her team on their murderous mission. Hundreds of miles north to Michigan. On October 4th, 1999, the trio arrives in the parking lot. Outside Gail Fulton's workplace.
They know that Gail gets out of work, so they come up with a plan. And the plan is this: stab the tire. So when Gail gets out of work, she'll come out, get in her vehicle, pull out, but the tire's flat. And she'll have to get out of the car. And when she gets out of the car, bang, we can shoot her.
At 9 p.m., Gail bids goodnight to her co-workers.
Gail realizes her tire's flat. As she exits her vehicle, Patrick Alexander pulls up alongside of her. Kevin walks up to her, fires one shot in the face. The second shot hit her in the chest area. And as she's turning, the third shot hits her in her upper shoulder, back area. She falls to the ground, they get in the car, and they leave.
This was truly an assassination.
Gail Fulton is left to die in a lonely parking lot.
Donna actually believed if Gail was out of the picture, George would be with her.
For Donna, it's been a good night.
Donna's very excited once she realized that the murder went as planned. She thought they did an excellent job. They looked very professional.
But her celebrations are short-lived. When she sees the nightly news with footage of the murder on TV.
They didn't know that there was a video camera that monitors that parking lot and recorded the entire shooting incident in the parking lot.
Donna thinks they've committed the perfect murder, but you can't commit the perfect murder with a camera recording it.
With a perfect picture of the getaway car on tape. All police have to do is track down the rental company.
We knew what vehicle we were looking for. We tracked it back to Olette, Paget, and Alexander were in the car.
And the mastermind behind this murder has made a crucial mistake.
Donna K. Trapani was the renter of the vehicle.
Under police interrogation, Sybil and Patrick confess, but Donna denies any involvement, and she's still insisting she's pregnant with George's baby.
While we were interviewing Mrs. Trapani at home, we noticed at the time that she had placemats underneath her shirt or her blouse. Trying to basically show that she was pregnant, and she used those as a way to make herself look larger.
Donna Trapani's web of lies disintegrates.
The story of Donna Trapani is not a story about an extramarital affair. It's a story about a fatal attraction.
Sybil Paget and gunman Kevin Ouellette both plead guilty to murder and are sentenced to life. Patrick Alexander pleads guilty to second-degree murder and is eligible for parole after 20 years. In December 2000, Donna Trapani is convicted of first-degree murder. She is serving life in prison without parole.
She had hired somebody to go do her dirty work. She undoubtedly didn't have the skill or the guts or the fortitude to carry out her own dirty work.
Donna went to great lengths to keep her lover. In the end, she lost everything.
The story of Donna and George is a story of jealousy and revenge, and that's a story as old as time.